Good afternoon, I'm Stephen Graves.
And I'm Tiffany Kenny. Thank you so much for joining us for WPBF 25 News at noon. We have live team coverage for you on this election day. Caleb Califano is on top of those security measures in West Palm Beach. But we're going to begin with Josie Carbonari. Josie, the former president, just voted in Palm Beach County.
Well, I'm outside of the Mandel Recreation Center where former President Donald Trump just finished casting his ballot. You take a look at this video from inside of his polling location here in Palm Beach. Along his side is former First Lady Melania Trump. We also saw Supervisor of Elections Wendy Sartori Link. She was here to oversee everything. But here outside of the grounds, Palm Beach County Sheriff helicopters, they've been flying over for the last hour. Security is tight here with a heavy presence of Secret Service agents, police, and sheriff deputies. Now, thousands of people are expected to vote at various polling locations across Palm Beach County and the Treasure Coast. So here's what you need to know if you're heading to the polls today. They are open until 7 p.m. Those voting today will need to head to their assigned polling location. Anyone who is already in line by 7 p.m. will be allowed through to vote. Now, some things you'll need to have with you in order to vote: a driver's license or a state-issued photo ID. Those of you unsure about where your assigned polling location is, that information is located on your voter registration card. You can also find it on the County Supervisor of Elections website. Also, those of you dropping off your mail-in ballots, make sure that you have those signed and dated on the envelope that you got it in. And you can also use the drive-up drop-off box at the main Supervisor of Elections office along Cherry Road in West Palm Beach, which is open until 7 p.m. or until you have until 5 p.m. to drop it off at any branch office as well. Now, to learn more about what's on your ballot, you could head to our website, WPBF.com. Reporting live from Palm Beach, I'm Josie Carbonari, WPBF 25 News.
Josie, thanks. And the Trump campaign is getting ready to host a watch party tonight in West Palm Beach. Because of that, you'll notice heightened security and road closures in place.
Caleb Califano continuing our live team coverage outside the Palm Beach County Convention Center, where the former president will be watching those results come in. Caleb.
Stephen and Tiffany, security is already tight here at the Palm Beach County Convention Center. I'm going to pan over and show you what really is just surrounding not just Okeechobee Boulevard on both sides, but the entire convention center. And it's these 8-foot tall barricades. They completely surround the convention center on all sides. And at this point, it really is impossible to get close to the convention center. So security is very tight, even earlier before Mr. Trump arrives later tonight. Now let's take some video and talk about these security measures. We do know that officials are telling us it's going to be a team effort to make sure everything runs smoothly and safely. West Palm Beach Police, along with the Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office, the Secret Service, and Homeland Security officials are working together to provide security at the Palm Beach County Convention Center during the event. The interim police chief here in West Palm Beach says traffic will be busy in the city today, while Okeechobee Boulevard downtown is expected to remain open like it is right now. The eastbound lane closest to the north side of the convention center on Okeechobee Boulevard will eventually be closed. Now, it is possible for all of Okeechobee Boulevard to close at some point, and if that happens, law enforcement will now announce alternate routes. Now, the sheriff's office also said there will be designated places outside for protesters on both sides to gather. For now, we're live in West Palm Beach. Caleb Califano, WPBF 25 News.
Caleb, thanks. And Palm Beach County voters, an easier way to get to the polls is being offered on this election day. Palm Tran is offering free rides. To get a free ride, people need to tell the bus driver that they are going to vote to a polling location. Palm Tran services will run on the normal weekday schedule.
And while all eyes are on the race for president, voters in several states, including here in Florida, will also be deciding on important issues on today's ballot.
Here's a breakdown of the proposed constitutional amendments. Amendment 3 would legalize recreational marijuana for people 21 and older. Amendment 4 would block the state's 6-week ban on abortion and would allow the procedure before a fetus can survive outside of the womb, which is usually around 24 weeks of pregnancy. You will also be voting on Amendment 1, which would introduce party affiliations in school board elections. And Amendment 5 would tie property tax exemptions for homeowners to inflation. Amendment 2 is also on the ballot. That would enshrine in the Florida Constitution the eternal right to hunt and fish. Right now, people can do so at times requiring licenses. And Amendment 6 seeks to remove public financing from some statewide candidates who agree to spending limits.
About 82 million voters have already cast their ballots across the country.
And as those results come in tonight, you will hear that races have been called for one candidate. But what does that really mean and how does it work? So our partners at the Associated Press are breaking it down. A race is called when enough data is collected to make a projection or when a trailing candidate is no longer on a path to victory. Race callers look at more than just those overall vote totals. It's an analysis of mathematical probabilities, demographic data, voting history, and stats about advance voting in each state.
And they're looking at the incoming vote county by county, including the type of ballots cast. Was it cast in person at a polling place or part of an early voting or even mailed in? All of that data is used to answer a single question. Can a trailing candidate catch the leader? If not, the race is called.
That being said, some races are going to be too close to call. In that case, the vote count would need to be complete, and that could take several days. Results aren't official until each state certifies them. Well, 2 local school districts closed today on Election Day.
There's no school for students in Palm Beach and St. Lucie counties. In Palm Beach County, more than 100 schools are being used as polling locations. School will be back in session tomorrow. Students in Martin, Okeechobee, and Indian River still have school today.
WPBF 25 committed to keeping you informed on the candidates, amendments, and questions on your ballot. If you're voting tomorrow, see our interactive voter guide on WPBF.com and our free mobile app.